It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Houston Rockets. So Detroit will get the first possession. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Mahorn is out there with Aguirre. Then there's Bill Laimbeer. Then there's Dumars. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. Now here's Thomas. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Rebound by Yao. Outside Landry. Pass to Yao. Rebound by the Pistons. Outside Dumars. To the paint. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Now here is McGrady. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
20 feet out. Thomas, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
McGrady passes to Yao. Yep, that one goes in there.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
Here's Dumars. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Here's Houston now. Jackson passes to Batty. And here is Yao. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hits the jump hook. Yao's got his second basket of the game. And here is Thomas. Tries it from 19. The shot will not fall. And it's Houston the other way. Pass to Yao. Battier outside. Back to Yao. Battier outside. Lets it go from deep. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Battier against Aguirre. The feed to Laimbeer. The Rockets pull it in. Yao's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Mahorn. And so Thomas will bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. A beautiful assist by Thomas to set up the basket.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Feeds to Yao. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earns those free throws.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw missing.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
The Pistons making a change here. Edwards, he's checked in for Laimbeer. Sally comes in for Mahorn. Rodman, he's checked in for Aguirre. And it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. Battier outside. The pass to Yao. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Pistons trailing. Johnson right side. Thomas surveying the D. Lets it go from 14. And Rodman showing off his athleticism with a great putback slam.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's McGrady. And John Sally, the Spider, snares the rebound. Johnson against McGrady. From about 19 feet. Almost, but it rolls out.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
Here is Thomas. After Tracy McGrady's score, Thomas. It's rebounded by Houston. Yow's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's McGrady. Good on the bucket. McGrady's got 6.
Concentration on display. This is why McGrady's the top player in my mind. I mean, he makes tough, contested shots inside.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets on top. They're up by 3 right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Pistons, Johnson is out there with Thomas. Then it's Rodman. Then there's Edwards. And it's Dawkins, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Thomas. Johnson right side. Outside, Rodman. Over to the wing. Pocket 6. Now Thomas. The offensive rebound. No good that time. Here is Ed. Dishes to Miller. Pass to Novak. Back to Miller. Pass to Francis. Tries a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Thomas. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For the Pistons, Bill Lambert's checked in for Edwards. McGuire comes in for Rodman. And it's Dumars in for Thomas. Dumars, the pass to Dawkins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
Well, I tell you what, the muscle and athleticism of Daryl Dawkins, a.k.a. Chocolate Thunder, impressive. He always goes full throttle in action and words. No let up in his game.
Houston leading by 7. Passes to Francis. Back to Miller. Stolen by Dumars. Now the pass to Aguirre. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Dawkins. And both free throws good for Dawkins.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
It's deflected out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Mahorn's checked in. And so Houston again turning it over.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Johnson right side. Takes a shot at the elbow. Drained for 2 points.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Rockets leading by 3. Francis passes to Mutombo. Inside. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Sally, he's checked in for Mahorn. And here are the Pistons now. Outside Dumars. .157 left now here in the second. Here's Lambier. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mutombo inside, guarded by Sally. Shot clock at 6. Novak with the 3. Good on the triple. Novak's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Down low, here's Dumars. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
They get a hand on it. Inside, here's Miller, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Dumars, the pass to Johnson. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Miller. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Pistons have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Boy, Dumars is the whole package. Joe is the epitome, I think, of the combo guard. A terrific scorer who also plays lockdown defense, takes pride in both ends of the floor.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Detroit also making some changes. James Edwards checked in for Sally. Rodman comes in for Aguirre. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Johnson.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
The Rockets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Free throw good, McGrady.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete, tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
Thomas with the ball. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Rockets on top. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They dialed up the pressure quite a bit in the second quarter at both ends, and it worked out. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Jackson. Shane Battier is out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Yao. And it's McGrady in at the 2-guard spot. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Jackson against Thomas. Rebound by Yao. Yao's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's McGrady. Here's Battier to the wing on the left. McGrady outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Pistons trailed by 14. Pass to Lambier. Jackson against Thomas. Lambier kicks to Dumars. Pass to Mahorn. It's rebounded by Houston.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I tell you what, Bobby Jackson gives his team a really nice spark, Kevin. He's a bona fide scorer who can knock it down from anywhere and plays with such energy. It's infectious and contagious.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 16. Looking to get back on track here. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Landry, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
To the paint, 8 feet away, and it's Yao. That time the assist from Jackson. Yao's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Right wing. Passes it to Lambier. Here's Dumars. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Dumars drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Francis passes to Head. Houston moving the ball around from deep. Rebound, Detroit.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Here is Aguirre. No points in the game yet for him. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
Boy, the shot blocking instincts of Mutombo, superb. Timing, exquisite.
So for the Pistons, Rodman comes in for Lambier, and it's Johnson in for Dumars. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
The pass to Head, takes a 3. It's rebounded by Mahorn.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here is Johnson. Here is Aguirre. Pass to Rodman. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Miller kicks to Novak. Here's the triple. The Rockets with another miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mutombo, and he banks in the layup. And the Rockets lead by 16.
And Mutombo, such long arms. Even when the D is a factor, he just extends beautifully up over the top.
James Edwards checked in for the Pistons. 1:10 left to play in the third. Here is Aguirre. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good on the shot.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Passed ahead. Here's the three. Connects from three-point range. Ed's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The high post shot. He squares up and sinks it. Johnson's got his second bucket. Rockets leading by 15. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Miller. It's Novak from outside. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. Novak's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Aguirre passes to Edwards. Now here's Thomas. The Pistons have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Free throw good, Edwards. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pistons trailed by 14. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Lane Beer is out there with Mahorn. Then there's Thomas, and it's Dennis Rodman. And it's Dumars in at the shooting guard position. Clock at 4. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Lambeer, the mid-range, drains the jump shot.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellows who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And McGrady, as accomplished a mid-range shooter as we have in the game, keeps that high release point on the jump shot.
And the pass to Lambeer. Jackson against Thomas. No good. Good work defensively by Yao. Here's McGrady. The layup missed.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Lambeer. Sinks the triple. Lambier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Jackson kicks to Yao. Pass to McGrady. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And the lack of rim protection.
Tumbo, he's checked in for Yao. Miller comes in for Carl Landry. Steve Novak, he's checked in for Shane Battier. Davis is subbed in for Jackson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Detroit had some instruction for the guys during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Dumars against McGrady.
And, you know, Mutombo is a very accomplished defender. Long, excellent timing. He's a big player who causes problems with his incredible length.
McGrady outside. Pass to Novak. Over Rodman. Novak misses.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here. Aguirre's checked in. Passes it to Rodman. Now here's Thomas. 6 to shoot. Goals from the top of the key. Miller grabs the miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Back to Rodman. Fades. Tries again. They shoot again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Bill Laimbeer embraces the role of the villain. Actually enjoys playing that role. An enforcer who's not afraid to get physical with anybody, no matter how big or how small.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Can't allow Mutombo to get this deep. I mean, once you do, he's going to score it with ease.
Miller against Thomas. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line.
And there's the pass to Novak. Here's Francis. To the right side. For the 3. Hands it from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 13.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Isaiah Thomas puts the pass right on the money.
Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
Mutombo dishes to Novak. Back to Mutombo. Lock at 6. Latrey. And another 3 for Houston.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and one of the game's premier agitators. Laimbeer can bait the foul call as well as anyone.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Pistons, Dawkins checked in for Aguirre. Johnson comes in for Joe Dumars. And it's Brown in for Thomas. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Pass to Francis. Shoots a 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Brown feeling out a bit. Outside, Rodman. He kicks to Johnson. Pass to Dawkins. 6 on the shot clock. Mutombo grabs the board. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.